We're going to try this again because I'm furious. A lot has happened, and I gave a really good detailed explanation of it, and I'm really mad because I hate explaining myself. But I know it's not your fault, and it's my fault, and that makes me mad. What time is it? Oh my gosh, nothing's working out. It's 10:06. Alright, it's 10:06, and we're going to have a better positive outlook. I have a coffee, although I almost drank all of it. Oopsie. Have I had food or water today? Mind your own business. I also went to Megan Maroney concert. Amazing. Or I think it's Megan Maroney. Sorry, I think I pronounced it wrong the entire time I've listened to her. And then when she introduced herself at the concert, I was like, oh, that's bad. I apologize to her. What has happened since the last vlog now that we had? All the updates. I finished my book series. Yay! So what does that mean? That means I technically have at least a first draft of every book. Now, we're going to go down the timeline here, and I'm going to show you guys what I have, essentially. I'm going to put it on the screen here to make it easier to follow, because a lot of people lose me whenever I start talking about this, okay? Book 1. We're going to do book 1. I don't know how I'm going to structure this, so if my hand movement is different from the text, I apologize. I've never claimed to know what I'm doing. If you could tell from the chaotic intro of this video that I filmed it for 20 minutes, yet had only 18 seconds of recording. It's okay. Okay. Book 1. I technically have a draft 0. However, the draft 0 is essentially draft 1 of the book, but I hated it so much that I called it a draft 0 to make myself feel better about it. Sorry, I'm like really stuffy today for no reason. I even took my allergy medicine last night. What is going on? Draft 1. Draft 2. That's what I have of book 1. Okay, and I'm gonna be working on a draft 3, especially in this video. We'll come back to this. Okay. Book 2. I have a draft 0. A true draft 0. I know I've used that term wrong in the past. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the computer light on because it actually gives me some good light. Okay. And I have a true draft 1. Book 3, I have just a draft 1 of, and then book 4, I have just a draft 1 of. But now I want to publish, and here's the problem. I dislike book 1 the most. And I think it's because, because you meet characters along the way, and, by the end of it, you met everybody, you love everybody, and just all things. But, a good majority of the, essential cast that you think of when you think of the series is not in book 1. And you're like, what? It's okay, they all come in, book 2. It's the hurrah, okay? Sorry, I'm, so tired and out of breath for no reason. What else? But that doesn't mean you should, especially if you're reading book 1 for the first time, I can get through it because I know what's coming. I'm like, okay, I just have to get this to know what's coming. But if you don't know what's coming, what's pushing you to get through it? I'm like, it can't be that bad. It was, in fact, that bad. I tried to edit it. I edited all of Act 1. I sent it to my mom. My mom can't get through it. So I'm like, okay, so that's really bad because, my mom would essentially do anything for me. She's an amazing mom, and if she can't get through my book, that's how you know. Even mom can't get through it. So what does that mean for me? That means, despite all of saying, oh, this will be the last draft, I gotta write it again. Draft 3, here we come. But how do you do a rewrite? That's a question I found myself asking. How do you do a rewrite? Well, I don't know. I've rewritten before. I don't think I did it right because how many ways can I say right? Book 1. I took draft 1, beside draft 2. What does that mean? So I just like put them beside each other and just rewrote, and I don't think that was the right thing to do. And I was thinking, what has helped me drafting? Because I can draft really fast now, and I couldn't before. And it's all in the planning. Unfortunately, the plotters were onto something. So I'm like struggling here, as you saw with my knee. I said to myself, okay, I need to do something that I do whenever I draft. That's scene cards. I take literal note cards, write everything down I know about the scene, dialogue including, etc., the title of the scene, color it, code it for the POV it's in, and that usually works. So I said, okay, let's do that for a rewrite. How do I do that though? Because that's a little different. I agree, it is a lot different. It all starts with the first page of the binder. Shoot, I bent it. I'm really bad at this. Okay, well, that'll get taped later. I had to blur this all out, so if it's really blurry and you just see colored paper, do your best. What is wrong with me today? Okay. The key. I have the key of which the colors I write on the note cards. Overall to do. I don't think I've done any of it. And these different colored papers. And you're like, what are those? They're my character schedule. Because this is essentially, I think, going to be marketed YA, but it's got a lot of older themes. I don't know. I don't really like the way they market books. I think YA, you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like YA is actually 12 to 18. But I don't like that. I don't like how it's 6 whole years, because I feel like that's a lot. I think like we need like some subcategories. Because I don't feel like 12-year-olds and 18-year-olds should read the same books. Does that make sense? Or maybe it's 12 to 17. But still, I feel like you kind of gotta have like some subcategories here. Maybe into 2 categories, because 3 years. But 3 years is a lot. Maybe like 2. I don't know. Not like 2 categories, but like every 2 years. Does that make sense? Anyway. And then I have some notebook paper at the front. Okay, I'll show you. I'm just gonna really hate myself because it's all gonna be hard to edit. Okay. I gotta really tape this other side. It's making me mad. Okay, hold on. I forgot to clip my microphone. Don't judge. I try my best. Okay, this is my goals for the draft. Okay. One of them is get rid of cringe. That will tell you all you need to know about what I'm walking into. Now, okay. I get to tape all that down because I messed that up for myself. Okay. The next page, I'm just going to kind of read it off to you because future me is going to hate editing this. Then I have things that should change, okay, that I just wrote down as I was going through Act 1 and had new ideas or anything like that. There's like 28 items. Yeah, I did that. Okay. And then I have my remember the why, because that's what Abby Emmons said to do. And I'm pretty sure if she told me to cut off my left foot and throw it in a salt bath and cleanse it and then write, I'd probably do it. And then I have everything split up by acts, but the notebook paper in front of each act saying Act 1. What chapters is it? Valid, okay. And then the goals for that act. Now I have this little pre-snippet thing before the prologue, and then I have the prologue. So the pre-snippet thing is a sticky note, and then the prologue and everything else is a scene card, and they're all written in different colors. I've actually gone through all of Act 1 and written down the notes for every single chapter. Hold on, I'm trying to find y'all a spot where I can show you what I did. And I put them in these things, like here. Does that make sense? It's blank, you're not going to see anything. And I did this for each of the acts. So I was like, okay. I walked into this and I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. The story's not gonna change much. listen to this, okay? I'm like, the story's not going to change much. It mainly needs to just be rewritten to sound better and more like my current writing style. And what else? I literally just forgot my thought. I'm sorry. I feel like there's a lot going on back here. I don't make my bed. Live with it. I don't know. Okay. Just a lot. I thought the story wasn't going to change. I knew what was going to happen. I thought I wouldn't deviate from the outline. All those happened. Yeah. Welcome to my life. So, this is what we're going to do. I was like, my mom texted me. And I got a little scared. Anyway. I get to chapter 1. Chapter 1. And I'm like, okay. I know what's going to happen. This is chapter 1. It can't change much. I'm going to cut down the wording. I got this. Make the exchange because the little hate cute, meet cute, whatever between the characters happens. I know how to do this. Okay? She did, in fact, not know what was in store for her because the first chapter is now 3 chapters. I'm supposed to be cutting down words. You're telling me my first chapter is now 3 chapters? What? Although I do like it a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I knew I like it because I changed the little pre-snippet. I like that more. I rewrote the prologue and that stayed the most on track. I just essentially changed the wording and I like it a lot more. It feels a lot more dangerous. I like it. So, chapter 1 changes a lot. And it's now 3 chapters. But I like it a lot more than any other beginning I've ever had to it. Because it shows a lot more meaning. I feel like it's snappier and it's better, even though it's longer. So then I'm like chapter 4. And chapter 4 and chapter 5 I've never written before. So this will be entertaining. I've already wrote chapter 4. I'm currently writing chapter 5. And I feel like this is going to introduce you more to everything quicker. That way everything is established already going forward. And then, I don't know, here's my problem now that I've already kind of started, like, literally have 2 paragraphs for chapter 5. However, if you go to the outline, nothing's going according to plan. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. I think I know how to get back on track to the original chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I also really liked it better because a lot of things have changed, like, that I think make this more a believable story. And I like that a lot more. And it also makes the plot twists hit harder. We love a good plot twist. So yeah. So what am I going to do today? Today, I'm going to finish chapter 5. We're going to try and flush out what's going to be the next chapter 6 and 7. How am I going to write that? I'm going to plan it further on my Kindle Scribe. Okay? It's like a digital notebook, essentially. We're going to do that. We're going to write it. I'm going to also do this a little differently, because usually whenever I draft for the first time, I just kind of do a hurrah, hope for the best, get as many words down on the page as possible. But here's the problem. With rewriting, I need quality over quantity. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try to figure out how to change my daily word count scrivener to something smaller, because I don't want to be trying to stretch for 2,500 words whenever we're trying to just have quality words. I'm going to be following alongside Abby Emmons, one of her writing live streams, because I love rewatching them, doing the live streams, like, the sprints with people. I'm going to be doing sprints more, be working on productive sprints. So, like, taking screen breaks, kind of showing off me typing some, keeping the film, etc. I'll probably, like, with every break, have to switch from heat to ice on my knee. So that'll be a good reminder, too. That way I don't forget and get engrossed. I'll be tying up. I'll be, like, fixing this binder during our little breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, be productive. And also at some point we'll go searching for my cat. I feel like this is looking like a color on me. It's not. Anyway, it's like I have a floating head. Like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm gonna be done now. Alright, bye. I'll update you when I see you. Wish me luck. Hello and welcome back. There's where my blanket went. Okay, what's happened? So, finished the first sprint. Ate lunch, or not lunch, I don't know, I ate a muffin. Heating my knee now. Let's give the stats. I've written 794 words in this first sprint. Okay, I don't like how I'm set up here. I've also traded out the coffee for water. Hot Girls Read Books. It also has flower ice. You can't really see it. It's got flower ice that matches the flowers on the side of the cup. What's going on? I feel good about the scene. Oh, that looks weird. Sorry. My hand looks like 10 times too big here. I like the scene so far. We're working diligently for chapter 5. I'm just gonna probably continue to work on chapter 5, flash it out, probably go back and edit it a little bit. I have been going back and editing more in this draft than before. I don't know why my camera glares there. Sorry. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this. I already know. There's something else that I was supposed to say. So yeah, that's my little quick check-in. Just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. Trying to make quality progress over quantity, as I've said before. So yeah, honestly, I'd be really happy with a good chapter 5. And then my plan is to send, including the prologue, through chapter 5 to my mom, see if she likes this better. If she does, definitely gonna stick with it because I really like how much snappier it is. I feel like you find out the important information you need to know quicker to understand certain relationship dynamics throughout the book. I also feel like some things got lost in between draft 0 and draft 2. I feel like a lot of the things that kind of were built up between certain side characters kind of got lost in the shuffle, which kind of made me be like, why are you even there? So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're kind of sorting through it here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue on this stretch. I'm almost done. It's technically a short chapter. It's technically a short chapter. However, like in the sequence of what happens, you just find out a lot. And I really like how you find out all this information. Because I feel like, again, further on down the road, you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense why character A and B are doing this, because even though character A and B don't like each other, they have this certain goal in common. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to stay out of the glare. That's really making me mad. Okay, I'm just going to continue writing the words. And then I will update you again once chapter 5 is finished. So yeah. Alright. Bye. Well, look who finally decided to join us. Miss Meow. Hello. We're gonna be closing up this video. So I finished chapter 5, and I think I'm gonna end it here. Make it a little shorter, hopefully. I don't know. My knee hurts because I forgot I can't bend it. And I tried to bend it. So now I have written through chapter 5. I feel very good about what I've written. I like it so far that I've put it in a Google Doc. And I'm going to give it to my mom to read. And she will read that. And if she likes this more, good stuff. That's all I have to say is good stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna be working still, probably. I just feel sick. I think I'm gonna film some content, and then yeah, I'm gonna put my dishes away, kind of clean up a little bit, get my brace back on, do all the things, and then yeah, I'm gonna film somewhere else already. So the hair, don't pay attention, it's atrocious. So thank you for coming along and watching the vlog. It was a short one, I apologize, but I will be bringing you more content because I kind of don't know what to do else besides this because it's just me writing. Okay, bye. My name is Alara Young. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And if I don't, well, it was nice knowing you. I don't know how to end things, so yeah. Bye!